Welcome everyone, I'm Ledeas Oakenbough, and joining me today is...
Hi guys, it's Kejuruze.
We are going to do our mid-season look over the Rekef seasonal.
Yeah, about halfway through the season now, so good time to look at the teams, see how they're doing, what state they're in, if anyone spectacular has died.
Oh goodness, let's start with the Oakenbough branch, which was designed to be our TV of 1,300 or less. And we had a lot of returning players and a couple of re-rolls. And as you can see, the Brodents United are in the top spot at the moment.
Yeah, 4-0-0. Not an enormous TV, so I'm thinking they might have some developed guys and then a lot of dead dudes. I'll have to check that out. Do we want to hop over and check out the team or just run down the board?
Sure, we can take a look at them.
Okay.
Nope, that's good. Yeah, right, where are they?
The Green Bell.
I don't know, he looks like he's got a bench.
He's got a bench. He's up to other rat number 5. Oh, okay, so he's just named them 1 through 6. So I don't know if they've actually died multiple times.
He just happened to have 2 missing next games.
Yeah, so in his last game, whoever that was against, he got a little bit beaten up.
His history says that was against Starry Blight, which makes...
Oh, the Orcs, who are in second place, yeah.
Makes sense.
So that was a big game for them. Yeah, fairly standard early Skaven. He's doing very well. I do recognise the name Atomic Caleb, though, so I'm sure I've seen him in other leagues. He knows what he's doing. Yeah, a little bit of a beaten up rat team, but a big fat bench for all of those bribes that you'll get coming up against, especially against Starry Blight. I imagine he had a wizard and some bribes and kicked some orcs in their squishy bits.
Oh no. Speaking of Starry Blight, he is our second and our resident kind of ringer at the moment.
Yeah, big team.
He was under 1,300 when we started.
Yeah, I think maybe if he had a couple of mighty blows, that would have helped his team development. Looking at the boys, they're looking very tasty. He's got a couple of dodge black orcs, obviously going the slow route for their development because that will really reduce their reliability. But Norman, rock to your skull, is already blodge, so that's a very, very annoying black orc right there. Yeah, and his blitzes are pretty terrifying. Already got a guard stand firm, that's going to be very annoying.
Yeah.
And managed to get a double on a line orc for more guard. So yeah, this is a scary team for such low TV teams to be coming up against.
Well, he'll get to come up to the next division next season and ruin everybody's life up there.
Yeah, he's been excited about that. I've seen him a lot on the Discord. He's chatting away constantly how he's looking forward to getting into the big leagues and fighting with us lot up there. So yeah.
And Ken had re-rolled into this. Is it Kemri? How do you say that?
Kemri.
Kemri.
Yeah.
Old-fashioned love song. So I knew that was a fresh team. And I don't know. I've never played these guys too much. I know everybody loves them because of the 4 Tomb Guardians.
4 Tomb Guardians, yeah. So yeah, back in my original days of playing Blood Bowl, this is a team that I'd be really scared of because I see 4 strength 5 guys and be like, well, they're just going to punch all of my guys to death. But they're only movement 4. They have no mighty blow and they have decay. So if you are able to break armor on them, they roll on the injury table twice, so that can really ruin their day. Yeah, you can kill one of them twice in one go if you wanted to. They have regeneration, so they can then ignore that, but that's only a flat 50-50.
Well, speaking of flat 50-50, everybody on this team's ball handling skill and dodging and whatnot.
Yes, yeah, agility 2 across the board. Has he got a niggled skeleton at the moment?
He has a dodging throw raw who does have niggling. That's crazy.
Well, what team are you looking at? You must have different teams.
I am looking at the wrong one. I was looking at Casket Aged. Because I didn't know we had two of these folks in the... There we go.
We've got two Camry, yeah.
Oh,
so
wow. I'm good at this.
Yeah. Old-fashioned love songs aren't particularly developed. They've got a nice movement on their throw. I hope he didn't sacrifice the doubles for that, because he could have got dodge and made him even better. I'm sure it was just a 4+6. He's got a niggled skeleton that should probably be put back in the ground.
Yeah.
He's got a few guys close to level. His next blitzer only needs to complete a pass, so that adds you to pass play. Having leveled flesh golems using that, it is possible. And then he's also got a tomb guardian who only needs to punch one more guy into the ground, and he'll get his first level.
I don't think I'd want to play this kind of a team. It seems very frustrating to the style that I like to play.
They're very pitch controlled, so obviously if they can get their 2 spacing across the pitch with those strength 5, for elves that can be very difficult to get them out of the way. But if you're able to stretch them out, maybe get 2 of them locked down in one place because they've got very little movement, you can actually outmaneuver them quite well. And especially if they were high TV and you have a wizard and they don't want to put their 4 tomb guardians in an unbeatable cage, then you'll be in a strong position.
Well, the next person we're looking at is our Dark Elves in the middle of the bottom row.
The Frost Drakes by Mystairs.
Yeah, I think he had a couple rough games in the beginning because he is missing elves.
Yeah. Elves don't do too badly being down. I've had to...
He's got a team full of dodge now.
So he won. He drew his first game against some Khemri. He won his second game against Starry Blight, so that's quite a big win.
No, you got that backwards.
Oh no, he lost that. Right, okay, he lost that. So that might well have been the where he lost players. Sorry.
4 deaths.
Oof. Really?
4 deaths.
Wow. That I know Mystairs from the Rebel, so I'm sure that was a bit of a teeth kicking. But he's obviously carried on going, and he's come back to win his next 2 games. So
and he had lost one in the first game, but so had the aged Casket Aged.
How's he doing? He didn't get any deaths against the other orcs, and he didn't get any deaths against the rats.
5 deaths, and you have only played 4 games. That's
that's pretty brutal. To be fair, though, his team is looking pretty nice. He's very low TV. He'll be getting some inducements against some teams, and with all of that dodge, he's able to reposition relatively reliably, and it's going to be very difficult to knock his players down. So I don't know if he's been purposely going for the 1-0 win. Darkies are very good defensively, so maybe that's how he's getting away with it, or they've just been proper grind fests and he's gotten the opportunity to score 1.
Well, I mean, he bought his apothecary now, so maybe that's the key of keeping some of your elves alive.
Hopefully. He's only got 2 rerolls though, so he's still lacking. He's clearly been having to buy new players before getting a reroll.
Talk about an uphill fight. Good luck.
Yeah, we'll review, I suppose, the coming up matchups when we roll the schedule in a second. So into the last of our teams that have been doing all right, sort of evenly, we've got High Lord Salt and his Cult of Bash, the Chaos Dwarfs. So they're the only Chaos Dwarfs that we're seeing. Yeah, Cult of Bash, middle of the top. Yeah, that is a fairly standard looking Dwarf team or Chaos Dwarf team. He's got a hobo who's slightly less agile, so he'll probably be reduced to fouling duty if he keeps him around.
Yeah, I'm about to say even if he keeps him alive.
Yeah, it's not a career-ending injury for a hobo, I don't think.
Well, he does. I mean, well, he's 1 point away from getting that sweet dirty player. So.
Yeah. and then he'll be even more of a target, so I'm sure he'll start picking up other injuries. I like the names on this. His Carl the Concussor has got break tackle, which is a very nice skill for your bull to have. Maybe he's going the ball running route with this boy, so when he scores his next touchdown, it looks like they've been scoring the touchdowns with their with the SPP that they've got. Yeah, he can get sure hands next, so pretty reliably pick up the ball. He'd be as good as a thrower as picking up the ball, and with his possible 9 movement, he can get around the pitch pretty well. He's going the slow route of picking up guard on all of his boys as well. Maybe he'll get some mighty blow in there at some point.
I guess when you only have 6 dwarves, you got to really plan that out.
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty awesome. I mean, with doubles and getting a hold of mutations, they turn into clawed monstrosities. But yeah, going the guard route, you got armor 9, guard, all over the shop. You can really shut down an opponent's day with your team. Not bad though, not bad. Coming along. Have to see. I don't think everyone is still in for a chance, even the ones right at the bottom. Can still win games, draw games, get higher up, and get a developed team that they might want to stick with.
Well, Arch XL, who just beat me in Rebel, is playing the Supermen.
Yeah, he's got a necromantic team who are a bit low on their. Ooh, he's obviously took a bit of a kicking in his last game. His Miso Kili has taken a minus movement. And on your werewolves, that I would have to say, I think that's a career limiting injury.
Really, that quick?
Yeah.
Guys, do you think he's trying to get a flesh golem before he fires the werewolf?
Yep, and he's got enough money to buy a fresh golem, so maybe he wants to do that. Regeneration teams, it's not too bad to have an empty bank, but again, he might be looking at his next game, seeing who his opponent is. But at the moment, with 1 white, 1 very nice blodge werewolf, but 1 baby fleshy, and Frank Onion with Dirty Player. That's quite a limited team there you have. So he'll be wanting to maybe check out his next opponent before he makes his decision.
Yeah, I mean, when you're going to get journeyman zombies, that's less than fun. Yeah,
they're good for fouling. They can tie up such things as rookie sauruses quite nicely. But anything with mighty blow might have an easier time of getting rid of them. And necromatics suffer because as soon as you get rid of all the zombies, anything that's getting punched is a quite useful positional, and it can spiral out of control.
I don't know. I mean, zombies got the movement of dwarves and none of the fun skills, so.
No, they have a generation, and yeah, they certainly don't start with all that block and tackle and amazing, lovely stuff like that. All right, we've got our resident artist and Shrab put together our nice little Reddit logo that we have.
Yeah, the banner.
We should get him to do something for Discord, really, so that we've got a nice little logo for that.
That would be very cool.
And he is running Nurgs.
Yes.
I'm not surprised that he's suffering. We got cytoplasm-filled membranes and some Valcors. He has got no rotters. Right.
Well, this is actually his 2nd season as this team, and he had a rough one in Division 2 or 3 last season.
Okay.
I myself played a human team that ended up costing him, I believe, a Nurgle warrior.
How?
I pushed it in the crowd did the rest. It's their fault.
That's not a happy warrior to be served. Yeah, Bedroom Intruder. Lovely name. Jägermeister for blood. Brilliant. Yeah, he's really suffering from no rotter sort of padding whatsoever. He's got a few skills, but yeah, Nurgs struggle to begin with. Block Claw is nice on a guy. Block Mighty Blow would actually be more reliable, but I'm not going to get into bloody numbers at the moment.
He may have had that back in the day against High Lord Salt's dwarves.
Yeah, where it's more effective against armor 9. That's fair enough. Yeah, he'll get a lot of loner rotters. He'll get 4 loner rotters every game that he's going into, so at least he's got some trash to put on the line. But yeah, and maybe he's looking to get another 20k in his next match to get another Pesticle. I'm sure he's hoping that he would actually kill some things so
and
that
get free rotters.
Yeah, as rotters. He's one of the Pokemon teams that collects opponent players as they come along. So what is his? Yeah, so he's got 425 as his sort of lifetime statistics.
Well, in this season, he tied against the Supermen. So tying against Necro was pretty impressive, I think.
Yeah, with Claw and the movement that Necro have over your poor little slow Nergs, yeah, for sure.
And he beat Kemri.
Emery, yeah, that's the Badger.
And then lost against Kemri and lost against the Chaos Dwarves.
Okay, so he's got 2 of the Bashy teams out of the way, but he hasn't even come across the Starry Blight or the Brodents United yet, who are and Kennen is Kemri as well, so he's already fought them and been beaten up.
And it looks like he's lost a player in every game except the last one.
Wow. Pretty painful.
Well, when he goes up against Starry Blight, that's going to be a lot of bribes. I hope he just kind of gang circles one dude and gets a new rotter.
Yep. Okay, well, shall we look at Souse and his casket?
Is it Souse or Sace?
Oh, it might be Sace, actually.
I think it's... Well, let's go ahead and look at his, Kemri that I already looked at the last time, because I'm dumb.
So you're quite right. He does have a niggled dodge Cardinals in. I might keep him around until you level Syra one more time and see what they get. But that's pretty painful. Gets hit by a tackle piece and ignores that dodge.
I was surprised at dodge. I mean, I guess if you're going to have to make a crappy dodge, you might as well want a free reroll for it, but...
I imagine it's a lot less to do with the crappy dodging away from someone to... If you're getting hit by anything that doesn't have tackle,
Gotcha.
It's one more roll to stay on your feet. He doesn't have block yet, so he's 2 out of the 6 dice rolls he's getting smacked. He's got sure hand, so he's keeping hold of the ball if you're being hit by strip ball. It's the same as getting dodge on a bull centaur as a double. It's keeps them more on their feet rather than helps the thing. Murderlot has obviously suffered from the rigors of decay, and on one of those injuries took a minus armor value, so that's a bit of a shame. Still strength 5, so very hard to knock down, but
his days are numbered.
Yeah, he's going to get focused quite a lot. As if you remove one of those Team Guardians from the pitch, that's quite the big advantage that you're gaining there. Poor dude. I'm sure he will be returning to the crypt shortly. Okay, Bainesy.
He's got a lot of ties. Who did you say?
Oh, sorry, I was going to move on to Bainesy and his orcs, but
that's fine. Oh, yeah, I was just saying that he had 2 ties. Him and the Supermen, they're the ones who are doing a lot of tying. But Bainesy's and his East End Smashers. Yeah.
I imagine he must have lost some guys, because although his stats aren't brilliant, in fact they're awful, sorry Bainesy, I know I meant to be your orc mentor in the Rebel, but I've seen you do a lot better than this, so you must have had some awful... Who was he playing? Yeah, he had Starry Blight as his first matchup, pretty damn awful.
And they both had a death.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, they did, yeah. He even had
but it doesn't look like he's suffered any more deaths. In fact, he calls one to the Superman.
Oh, he would have been happy with that, especially with, well, eventually getting a draw as well. Yeah.
this is probably just one of those cases of the slow build with some races. You know, if you don't get those early casualties and you don't get touchdowns, what do you have?
Yeah, he got a lot of SPP in that last match against the Supermen as well. It really helped him out. He got 6, 9, 18. So, yeah, Carlton Leach, whoever that is, who's Carlton Leach?
That's a Black Orc.
Yeah, managed to get 9. So, yeah, started out as a 0 SPP baby Black Orc in that game. And obviously got the MVP and 2 casualties, so has now got block. So his team has suddenly become a lot more reliable. And I would hope that Bainesy might even start going up that leaderboard if he's now able to turn the those nice skills. He's got a mighty blow. Yeah.
Well,
so I wouldn't...
He's got 2 linemen that are a point away from leveling up. I know linemen aren't so great on the Orc team, but a level's a level.
A level is a level. He might... if he's in a secure position or his opponent's scored and he's only got a couple of turns left, he might decide to just try and throw some vanity passes with those short-legged little Orc boys. And yeah, that would definitely help him out a lot.
I got one for you, Keji. His thrower is about to level up as well. Barring something special, just a normal reroll, you take leader or something else?
You're getting into full metal territory here. I like the thrower. I do tend to eventually try and develop a blitzer into my Orc runner. But no, I would take block or I would take dodge on a doubles. I would blodge him up first if I'm able to, but I might go block and then... Well, I'd probably go block and then kick off return. He's got short little legs. I don't think Orcs need to cut rerolls, really. They stay at 3.
Oh, I wasn't talking about cutting the reroll. I was just, get a 4th one that's cheaper.
Yeah, get a 20k reroll. That's quite a nice idea. I know, he's got an empty bank now as well, so maybe he bought another player.
Probably a Black Orc.
He's still only at the 11, so yeah. He's got a few Nor SPP pieces in there where he's had to replace them. Got Eddie Richardson 2.0. So yeah, I wouldn't count Bainesy out. I think he's got the opportunity to claw his way up the leaderboard. He's got a base for a decent team here, and he's past the worst team with Starry Blight. So hopefully he can start punching some other dudes.
Yeah, it's funny how Starry Blight has become the trailer park boys of this division.
Bloody trailer park boys.
Well, I can't remember what Salt Lord's dwarf team was, but those guys, when
they were nasty. They had a lot of
and when he went down to like Div 3 and we had half rerolls in his 1400 murder case.
Yeah, that was a bad bit of placement there, but I don't think he had that too good a winning record, so it made sense to put him down there. But developed dwarfs in a fresh roll league is horrible for everyone else involved, because they just become SPP pinatas.
Yes. I played him with my fresh humans the first game, and I was able to hold him to a tie, but it cost me a guy.
Yeah.
So Gutter Troubles is our last, who is tied with East End Smashers.
Yeah. Uber the Nuber. Not a coach I'm familiar with, so is he fresh to the...
He's from the Rookie League. When we were looking for people, I put it up in the Rookie League. I do a lot of spins over there, or I was. And I really enjoy playing with a lot of those folks. They're all... I mean, I hate to say it this way, but Squiggy just seems to bring the best people up.
Yeah. Squiggy's very particular about... the rookies when they come in. He vets them a little bit, and he's got his very good admin crew over there. 130, Zawark's involved in it as well, and quite a few more lads who I'm now doing a disservice by not immediately remembering them. And they do a great job. I mean, I've span in that spin league. I've got some Orc boys that I'm in there spinning with. I should really drop a few more teams in there, because people are always looking for games,
especially fresh teams. If you just ever want to play with a team, talk to the rookie admins, Rookie Rebel League, and throw a fresh team in there and play with some people who need practice.
Yeah, and it's a good place that's sociable. You've got a Discord, much like our league, so you can chat away. And it's just nicer than going into the cold, open, faceless Russian kill destroy machines that you might face in there. Nothing against the Russians, as we now have a guy that lives in Russia and teaches English who's just joined the Rebel. So I wouldn't want to slack him off in case he sees this video.
And speaking of the Rebel, this rookie league can sometimes help you better than the Rebel can, because the Rebel is 14 games and that's it, son. You don't get anything in between.
Yeah, and the Rebel is very try-hard. You're there to compete with the big boys. You won't have... Because I've been in rookie spin leagues and someone doesn't know what to do, and I'm like, well, this is how you would beat me in this situation, because my spin leagues aren't so serious, and I'm much happier getting someone out of a sticky situation and teaching them what they can do than just stomping all over them. Although there are some coaches in there, Yacind comes to mind, that I will stomp all over you because you're no longer that much of a rookie and you know what you're doing. Okay, so Uber the Nuber
has rookie gutter runner.
He's got rookie, I would say I think that was a bad idea to do, because you've almost doubled a guy's team value for turning him into a short-legged gutter runner.
You're talking about the agility up.
Yeah, you've now got 4.5 gutter runners. He's faced the Chaos Dwarfs, he's faced the Big Rats, he's faced a Khemri, and he's faced the Darkies. So he's not actually come across some of the really nasty teams, or at least the Orcs, yet. So I think he might be in for even more hurt, especially with only a 9... Like, Rats need a bench. Like, you need 12, 13 players. And if you're constantly replacing rookie gutter runners, for example, it can go badly.
That agility up on the lineman, I mean, it's hard to say no to that 11, but what can you do with him? Yeah,
it's on a gutter runner, it's godlike. You turn them into an absolute mutant. Even if it's their first roll, they just become even better at what they do, because they've got 9 movement and then can ignore a tackle zone when it comes to dodging through. On a Storm Vermin, it's all right. I mean, it helps you more reliably dodge away from someone to punch someone else. But Rats are there to get punched, and you don't want a Agility 4, Armor Value 7 dude getting punched. So, yeah, I would have probably taken Dirty Player. It might have turned him into more of a target. I might have taken Wrestle or Block or Kick. And, of course, we might be proven wrong. He might continue to
become a star.
And become a star. Colby Jack might be the only rat left on this team by the end of the season. We don't know.
Well, the one gutter runner is a point away from leveling up, and he's already blodged, so get that vanity pass in, throw it to your AG4 guy, and...
Yeah. Give him sidestep if he doesn't get anything spectacular, and you've got a much easier job of one turning, which is something rats need to do.
Yes.
Or you give him sure hands and he's your dedicated ball carrier, because you don't have a thrower on this team, which isn't a bad idea. Throwers are pretty trash. I don't know if they've died having started on this team. But yeah, he's also got a Storm Vermin 1 point away as well. Managed to secure an MVP or a touchdown and a casualty. And giving him Mighty Blow will really help him just to start developing, because he sort of takes care of himself at that point.
I've never played too many Skaven. Do the Storm Vermin have strength access?
They do, yes. Storm Vermin become the most terrifying player when they're really getting up there in levels. If they roll a double, they've got mutations, so you give them Claw. They've got normal strength access, so they've got Mighty Blow and piling on as default access. And then that thing will go out and it will kill Saurus. It will kill Dwarfs. It will kill Chaos Warriors. I don't know if you saw the Rebel Grand Final this year, and it was Luminous's Rats who came out on top, and I think they were playing against a Chaos team. And he's got a Vicious Nilla who has got those skills. It's a Storm Vermin with all of those skills, and it just takes names. I don't know how many career kills it's got in its life, but it is horrifying. So, yeah, again, I wouldn't count this team out.
Skaven is hard to count out because of that movement.
Yeah, you only need 2 gutter runners to score. Obviously this is not a pleasant experience for Uber the Nuber in his starting time in the Rekef, and he has yet to come up against the big orcs. So I'm sure he's not really looking forward to that game. Hopefully he'll stick it out. He can always re-roll in the new season if he gets utterly trashed. Maybe he'll join the dark side of going a bit more bashy and getting a bit more heavy armoured. But maybe he likes the rats and he wants to continue going with them.
Well, I mean, we don't know what we're going to do next season, so might be surprised all the way around.
Yep.
You ready to check out your name?
Yeah, shall we jump into the Kejuruze?
Invitational. So, of course, the rule here was over 1,300. Many of the coaches that weren't returning or were re-rolling, it left us with 1 blank spot. So Luminous was nice enough to give us a bye week. So we've eased up our division in a little bit, so give everybody room to heal in between some games. Yeah,
that can definitely happen when you're getting up to this large a division. You kind of need that room to heal sometimes. I'm not sure.
And I think that the bye week at this level is nowhere near as powerful as it is in the beginning of the game. I mean, at the beginning of the game, when you get the chance of a free level up or two and a chunk of change, you can really swing your game and change things.
Whereas I think the bye week on this side is more if you get a lot of missed next games. For me, it's perfectly placed because I've got the orcs next, who are my competitor at the top. After them, I then get the bye week. So if he absolutely demolishes my team, then at least a few of them might come back after that.
Well, since you are at the top, let's take a look.
All right, yeah. So I've got my Pundasaurs, the long-standing Rekef League veterans, along with your Greywood Guardians, and Souse has retired his, Scrab has retired his, and we don't have Falric at the moment, so we are the 2 big boys, I suppose.
And I had taken a season off with them.
Yeah. So I've got awful lizard puns and 1 loner arsehat, who you can see that he's got a weird name, Zinch or Zatch or whatever his name is at the bottom of my team.
Yeah, but he must have got MVP or something for you to keep him. So.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, and I think it was at a time when my boys were in a bit of a mess, as they have been before. I do lose Saurus occasionally. I do lose Skinks.
Yeah, let's talk about all these Roman numerals we've got going on.
Yeah, so
I like how you went old style for your Roman numeral 4.
Yeah, or maybe I should have named him because I'm going to run out of the space for the letter I. So that's me not understanding Roman numerals here. Yeah, Kanye the Reptile number 3 was double niggled. And with diving tackle, I didn't think it would be too useful against the orcs that I'm up against next, and I think 2 niggles would probably see him off the pitch pretty quickly.
Actually, Roman numeral with 4 eyes is historically correct at a certain time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little weird trivia I learned recently, but for a while in Europe it was done that way instead of the IV.
Oh, cool.
Look at that strength up Saurus.
Yeah, my Saurus are pretty nice. I wouldn't mind a couple more levels on some of them. I had to replace Clawsome Saurus number 1. He got minus AV'd maybe in my last game of last season against Falric. He got punched by a wood elf, and of course that was incredibly painful for him.
He became a little kind of self-cutting and lost his armor.
Yes, yeah. Wyvern, You Like Me, number 2, managed to level up last game, which I'm very happy about. Yeah. I have some nice lizards. I've got two Croxigores effectively with my other strength 5. So hopefully that will help.
I'm not looking forward to this. You have Frenzy Pieces, Mighty Blow, 1 tackle. I guess.
1 tackle.
So when your strength guy goes up, block or tackle?
Block for sure. I want to turn him into block, guard, stand firm. He's going to be a monster if he gets to that. My other Mighty Blow block piece will probably get tackle, one of those two. My tackle piece will get break tackle. My frenzy piece, I'm not too sure. I'm not sure if I want to be trying to surf lots with him. Maybe I'll give him tackle as well because he is only 1 SBP away.
Pro might be a good one for him.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm not ever going to take piling on though with lizards.
Or stand firm.
Stand firm as well. Yeah, if I want to surf dudes out, I need to start getting more block and coming in. Not more block, more guard. Coming into this game against the Orcs with no guard, I'm a bit hesitant about that. It could be a bit painful.
Well, you've got apparently the golden child of the agility up blocking skink.
Yep, totally awesome. Number 3, that is a bit. That was a roll from the last game as well when he got plus agility. Very happy with that. Makes carrying the ball reliable. But I might not actually carry the ball with him initially because I think I'll be giving away wizards, and I don't really want my agility 4 getting smacked by a wizard. So Kanye the Reptile number 4 might pick up the ball this time round, or maybe Mary Iguana. Just for that block.
I'm a big fan of sure hands on skinks.
Yeah, no, so am I. If I get a second doubles, that would be what I would pick up. Yeah, it's a very nice ability for them to have. Sure. Okay, I'm going to stop waffling on about my team.
Sure, let's go to the next one then.
Yeah, and this will be my opponent. Yeah. Very good coach. Filio hand with some Daka you get. Oh, he's missing a Black Orc. Yeah, so very nice Orc team. Him and I are at the top of the leaderboard. I'm 3-1-0. He's 3-0-1 at the moment. He had Nurgles last week, and the Claw Mighty Blow obviously did some work.
Yeah, but he has a bank. I mean, a serious bank.
Yeah, so he's probably going to be looking to spend that before the next game. He'll certainly reduce it down to 150 if he does nothing with it. He's currently got 12 players.
He does
11.
But with the one being absent, he may decide to hire somebody and then maybe fire someone after the game just to come into the game with 12 players.
Yeah, he might pick up a rookie lineman.
I grab a troll, but that's me.
He's he could well grab a troll actually. That strength 5 would be very useful. He has got a Black Orc in a similar situation to my Lizardman of having been at the steroids, John Wagner. Yeah, so I'm guessing that's how it's meant to be pronounced.
I mean, that's a team full of block. He's missing 3 block out in the team at all.
Yeah, he's gone for the super reliability. He's got some really good-looking blitzers. He's gone for frenzy rather than pro on his kill piece. So to get those 4 block dice in, given the opportunity. So really, he should be rolling a power or a defender stumbles or a both down in a situation where he can hurt whatever he's hitting. So I'm very worried about that piece. And armor 9, it's difficult to get orcs off the pitch.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm done. He killed like 2 of my players. I was able to apothecary one of them.
Ow.
Yeah, you guys play too rough.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what orcs do. They are the basic bash team. He's got a thrower who's getting well up there in sort of development.
I like his thrower. That guy is a kind of a Swiss Army knife for this orc team.
Yeah, He gets him an extra reroll. He's able to chase down the ball more easily. He's got accurate as well. So, yeah, I wonder, does he use him for a lot of throws?
Well, I mean, it's his 4th skill, and he didn't roll doubles, so what was he going to take?
He's only ever made 4 passes in his life. He's inflicted 3 injuries. He's scored 13 touchdowns, so he's definitely the guy that's running in the TDs.
I think the accurate is just kind of a, well, I got to do something. Let's make this throw.
Yep. Yeah. He's gone for adding a bit of reliability when he's kind of run out of decent single choice skills. Could have given him kick as an excuse to keep him on the pitch and have that extra reroll. But yeah, accurate is not too bad either.
Yeah, I guess kick is a pretty good idea. Nerves of Steel or Dump Off might have been fun. Not necessarily great choices, but fun.
Yeah, Nerve of Steel isn't too bad. If you're passing, having been surrounded, that's quite nice. Dump Off is you're expecting your guy to get smacked, and at armor value 8, the only guy on that team with armor value 8, you probably don't want to plan to get punched in the teeth.
Yeah, but if Thaurik comes back, them leaping war dancers doesn't really care what you made a plan for.
Exactly. Quite right. Okay.
Lord of the Dance and his is that Ratatonic?
Yep.
There they are, up in the right-hand corner. Oh, bright yellow cheese-colored jerseys.
Yeah, now this team I played last, and they had a block Mighty Blow claw piece, who I was terrified of.
And you ruined it?
I killed it. I badly hurt it in the first half, so he apothecaried it to bring it back on, because he needed it to remove my Saurus. I then promptly stuck my Strength 5 Saurus next to it for as long as possible, so he couldn't really do anything against that. And then I Mighty Blow punched it another time, and it was dead. So he is in a bad spot now where he doesn't have his big killer.
And he is out of money.
Yes, yeah. I think he must have bought. So he replaced one of those Storm Vermin
with the new one. Yeah, I see him
with 90k that he would have had from the last game, and that's put him down to nothing at the moment. And he's now 10 players going into the next game. I think Quinto of Moortime, the Armour 6 lineman, he was around in the last game, and I punched him quite a lot, and he would not go away. So secret armor value 10. Yeah, Lord of the Dance is definitely not out of it by any shot. It was a very tense game until I was able to punch that guy dead, and that really helped me a lot. And my diving tackle skinks were doing quite a bit of work as well, because they're the same strength as a gutter runner. You put them on a gutter runner, and they're not actually able to blitz them off too easily.
Well, I mean, speaking of gutter runners, his are pretty well developed, especially with the one having blodge, sidestep, guard. That's wild.
Yeah, really nice. He has taken a movement allowance hit, but that shouldn't be too bad. He's still movement 8. He can still pretty much get everywhere on the pitch if he needs to.
He's got a ball hawk. He's got a ball carrier.
Yeah. And he's got a fresh skink who I'm not sure if he scored. He didn't score in the last game, but he has scored a touchdown. As I say, he did have an awesome Storm Vermin, so he knows how to develop them. His thrower is also 1 TD off a level up, so if he runs that in, he'll be able to pick up a maybe leader or block or dodge maybe on a doubles.
It seems like for the throwers, if they roll doubles, you really want to go that extra arm.
Yeah, that makes them more reliable, but Sure Hands is already pretty damn awesome at picking up the ball. But then extra arm helps when you're needing to pick it up in extra tackle zones and stuff. So, yeah, it's not a bad skill. I don't play Skaven because I don't like armor value 7, and I don't like rats. Full stop. Really. So yeah, I avoid them. I like punching them. I seem to be quite good at punching them, but yeah, I avoid playing them if I can. I think I don't. Not even if I can. I don't think I've ever played as rats. Yeah.
Well, you want to take a look at our Necrones?
Is that the next boys up?
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
I had him in my first game of the season, and again I was scared of his claw, and even then he had the armor value 7 werewolf, so he's sticking around. He's obviously not too concerned about it. He's blodged him up. He's only 1 TD away from leveling up, so yeah. And Believe in Miracles leveled up following the last game. I only just rolled this morning, so Francolino hasn't seen that he's got a level on the ghoul, so we'll see what he gets. I'm sure he'll be hoping for plus strength or plus agility. That would be quite nice.
Some leveled up zombies. That seems kind of fun.
Yeah, he's got good skills on all of them. He's taken block to have a reliable line piece, or just more block, which is always nice. Dirty player, great. You've got a lot of Ramon brothers, so
yeah.
And I imagine Floki probably didn't start off on this team. That sounds suspiciously like a sort of a Norse name. So has he played Norse recently? Portly Pounders, who he did terrible, disturbing things to.
Well, Portly Pounders are no, they're dwarfs.
They are dwarfs, yeah. So maybe he took them off there.
Maybe he took them from a team from the previous seasons. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look at his Floki here has how many games played? 7. He has 7 matches. So yeah, he came from last season.
Wow, and he's only still on 5 SVP, so he's doing his job as a zombie. He's not sucking up too many MVPs. He's had the one. But yeah, okay. So he's got flesh golems that are pretty nice. Well, very nice actually. Block on them makes them incredibly annoying. Block guard on one of them makes him hugely annoying, and only an MVP away from leveling up. His wolves are all right. I'm not sure if he's lost one. Pet Cemetery he's only got block, but makes him very nice. Claw and block go quite well together.
Them whites, they went guard, and I'm betting that was because of the early days of dealing with all the dwarves and whatnot that he had to deal with.
Yeah, guard is nice on whites. You only got 4 people with ready access to it, and you can take it as a first skill on a white if you want to. And he's got Mighty Blow there for a bit more removal. Might go Piling On next, although might go Tackle as well, because this team is distinctly lacking Tackle at the moment.
The one ghoul, is that a good idea or a bad idea?
I actually like it. You've got your whites and your wolves who are quite capable of ball handling. Certainly in your early games, you would only run it... an initial setup for Necromantic is 2 rerolls, everything but the ghouls. So it gives you both wolves, both whites, both fleshies, and then some zombies. And you blodge up your wolves, which is what he's going for, by scoring touchdowns before you start getting these ghouls who are armor value 7 and have no regeneration.
I've never cared for the ghouls on either one of the teams, but I do think that they have a lot of move, and you throw wrestling on him or something like that. He could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I usually run 1 ball carrying 1, so block, sure hands, sidestep, that sort of stuff. And then I will carry, just as you say, a wrestling piece, so he can use his dodge to hopefully get away. It's a 1 in 9 if he fails, so it's still quite... it's still... not irregular if he fails his dodge, which can be enormously frustrating. I hate agility-free dodging.
I see more of it of getting into places he shouldn't, so he can try to get that ball carrier.
Yeah, he can semi-reliably dodge into places. But yeah, he's got a level, so we'll have to see what he gets. And then his zombies are doing all right. He's got the basic skills. He hasn't got a kick piece yet, but maybe Floki will
Step up.
step up, become a kicker. And then he's got some wrestle and block for the line. And dirty player as well. Wrestle and dirty player go really nicely together. You hit that big piece, get both down, wrestle him to the ground, and then stomp on his poor face. So very nice.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So say very nice team. By no ways are they out of the runnings. But then I don't really think anyone is quite out of the runnings. In this,
we'll wait till we get to my team. But let's take a look at James here with his Mean Bean Machine and his Nurgles.
Yes, so these are the boys that claimed a win against the Orcs in their last game. You can see which piece might have been paramount in that, but then he does have a block Beast of Nurgle, the big burrito. And then he's got the agility for Pestigore now. I don't know if he is chickpea number 4. That's pretty crazy if he's gone through that many Pestigores of the same name. You would have thought he might retire the name because it was bad luck.
Well, this is his second season with this team.
And he's managing to keep the Rotters. Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
He's managing to keep the Rotters. They're both with an MVP. He's got all of his Pestigores. So he's actually got 11 players. He may decide to buy another Rotter so that he has a bench because they're good at fouling.
Yes.
But then again, he might be looking at what next team he's going up against because he might already be giving a bit of team value away and might not want to give it away anymore. But yeah, no, this is a very decent team. People might think, why did you put Dodge on your Nurgle first of all?
I thought of that myself, personally.
But I think in the last game it served him well. He wasn't dodging with it, but it kept the guy on his feet, and it can be very frustrating hitting a warrior with a non-tackle piece just to see him elegantly dodge away. I'm not sure how a Nurgle warrior...
Especially when it takes 3 people to just two dice that guy.
Mm-hmm. And then you roll a 1 on the disturbing... not disturbing presence, the foul appearance. Which can be enormously frustrating as well. So, yeah, a very nice Nurgle team. I play them in the last game of the season. James has been taunting me on the Discord that he intends to kick my ass all over the place.
He does like to talk some smack.
He does talk some smack. He's providing some smack in the Big O in the Rebel, though. So he's his smack talking is not unfounded.
Well, I mean, he took that stat freak gutter runner with him when he went to the Big O. So that poor guy has been... They're eyeing him up like lamb chops down there, I'm sure. Yes,
yeah. He I'm not sure how long he's got for kicking ass. He has got a some mighty blow claw vermin as well, though, so they're probably helping him out down there. Okay,
well,
Links.
Brittle Brutes.
Norse. So I wonder if at one point in time these guys had a lineman who was called Floki.
Fake Loki.
Pretty decent looking Norse team. He's 202 at the moment. Is that his stats? Yeah.
I think his Ulf Warner took the best injury, stat injury you could possibly ever imagine.
Yes, it's the one statistic that you don't really care about because your Ulf Warners at some point might pick up break tackle, which relies on the strength. So you're dodging on a 2+. Yeah, I'm sure he'll be happy with him if he keeps taking minus agility.
And he's got a sidestepping one. I don't think I've ever seen that. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, it's very nice for surfing. Some people are like, well, why would you get it if you can get stand firm? But if someone hits you with a juggernaut piece, then you can at least sidestep it out the way. And only one more, one more casualty until they level up. So
yeah, his runner Fog did a lot of work in our game.
The dodge, catch, sidestep guy.
Yes.
Yeah, bit of a monster. Yeah, I faced these guys and I 2-0'd them. He didn't have a Yeti, which I was happy about. I'm not sure if he induced them. But yeah, maybe I gave that all for the minus agility. I'm not sure. But yeah, I know he was fouling and that wasn't coming off too well. But yeah, it's a decent team. Lynx is a very good coach.
I was about to say, the way he's got this built, it really seems like to live up to the hype of Norse. If he doesn't lose pieces due to armor breaks, he's going to ruin your day.
Yep. He's got the fend on a couple of linemen, which is great because they've got a decent bit of movement. Even if they knock you down, he's able to reposition. His blitzers, his berserkers are a little underdeveloped at the moment, but he has picked up tackle on one, which will help him no end. And yeah, that thrower-runner combination, if he's able to pull that off, I mean, those two boys, they're clearly with their SPP are running away on this team. He's rolled agility on the thrower, which means he's almost certain to keep him around. Yeah, those are two a nice combo of pieces there, Fog and Invincible Jack Frost.
The one blitzer only has, or berserker only has 2 games, so he probably lost somebody who had some levels and had to rebuild.
Ah, fair enough.
And he does have his beer stand, so...
Yep.
That's one of the fun things I think about this division is we do a lot of the stadium upgrades, it seems.
Yeah, we didn't actually go over the teams to see what they have. I avoid them. I like the randomness, and there isn't one that cancels out Blitz. So, yeah, not one any of us that I really want to take. That beer stand can also backfire if you're up against a team that also likes surfing. My last Rebel game, G-Man 1 Rebel game, was against Dark Elves, and he had that beer stand, and I put a lot of his guys into the crowd, and they were KO'd or injured. So it can backfire. Obviously, Norse are the team to crowd surf. You can surf 2 or 3 guys off the line of scrimmage at the start of a game if you get your pushes where you need them. So, yeah, I'm sure he's relying on that strategy, and it seems to be half paying off. Yeah, those 3 teams in the middle sat on 2-0-2. Okay. Undead, Boneyard Hillbillies.
Yes, sir.
Droxel.
He is developing well as well. The ghoul with agility up and movement up plus blodge. That's crazy.
That is an incredible piece. And the strength sidestep blocker is also pretty awesome. He's got a skeleton with wrestle and tackle, which I quite like. If you're going to have skeletons, might as well make them useful. I do like Pappy the Ghoul has got a typo in its name, so it's like space Pappy. I'm sure that doesn't trigger his OCD at all. 2 very nice mummies, both with guard, one with break tackle. So he could actually do some cage diving with his short little legs if he gets the opportunity and he's not next to anyone. And then Uncle Buck blodged up first, and then has got Mighty Blow, and Cletus has got extra movement. So this is obviously the juicing team of our division, and we've taken all of the stat ups that it can get hold of. Yeah. Plus movement on a white is nice. It keeps you up with the ghouls, but I might have been tempted with Mighty Blow. But that dodge Mighty Blow piece is really nice. Yeah, very, very good team. He's not done too well this season, has he? He's on 1-2-1. Oh no, 1-2-1. So kind of the middle ground of results.
He tied me 3-3.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That was a bit of a score fest.
And no deaths.
Nice. On either side, I hope.
Yeah. He did get expelled one because, you know, some people want to take their zombies and start stomping people.
Yep. Yep.
Which makes sense. It's what they're there for, right?
Yep. Cheap pieces. Valid.
I like that he has a mix of skeletons and zombies. I like skeletons.
Yeah, they've got extra movement, and extra movement will win you games. But it's just, yeah, their agility 2, armor 7. They can get punched in the face quite nicely. But Thick Skull keeps them around. But I really like the wrestle tackle piece is very good. Even if he makes a couple of GFIs, he's then got movement 7 to quite possibly wrestle your ball carrier to the ground if he gets the opportunity. So, yeah, very decent piece. If he was to hit that, if he was playing his own team and it was to hit Skeeter on a 1 die, then he's pretty semi-reliably taking that guy to the ground. I wonder if he's going to get strip ball on him next to become even more like Saka.
That's crazy, isn't it? That the skeleton could become a very good ball hawk.
Yeah. His lifetime statistics are not half bad. Like, they are very good, in fact. 10, 4, and 4. So, yeah, Droxel is very much still in this. He's got a full bank. He's got 13 players. His team is looking very healthy. I imagine he's now looking to blodge up his next ghoul, or he's headbutting his desk in frustration at that typo.
I don't know. With the way he's named everybody, I doubt Pappy is a typo. He probably did that for some reason.
Yeah, he wants to stand out. Is it sat in the middle of his team? Kind of, I suppose. He's got 13 players, so yeah, that is the middle piece of his team, so kind of marks it. Maybe if he sees this video, he can let us know what on earth he was thinking, or maybe he slipped on that spacebar. Yeah, but very, very good team. Mummies do well at low TV. They need the stat freaks to start happening to do well at higher TV, and he has those stat freaks. The 2 ghouls, certainly, but I wouldn't be surprised if the white in Cletus doesn't pull off some game-winning plays as well. And he's keeping his trash, his zombies, at a nice low SPP as well. I'm sure he'll be annoyed when Richard Sunray levels up, but we shall see. Yeah, very, very good team. I like the undead. Okay.
Let's take a look at the Portly Pounders then.
Portly Pounders, some
dwarves.
hard done by dwarfs.
Yeah, some dwarves stuck around.
Who got beaten in their last game by the Necromantic. Is that anything? Oh, he's lost a... So he gained movement on his runner, and then he's promptly lost it again. So that's 30 dead SPP that's not doing anything. Still a nice runner. And then he's got a long beard with a Mighty Blow who's missing the next game.
I don't know. I mean, I've run into something similar like that where you had a move up piece that lost the movement or an agility up piece that lost the agility. And maybe you keep them around long enough to make enough money to replace them. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't keep that loss.
Yeah, he's not sure if 60k is enough to replace a runner. I can't imagine it is. I think they start with enough skills that they're a little expensive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, right now he's not hurting him because he's missing next game.
Yeah, it's not counting towards this TV. And his blodge runner, I would say, he's a more reliable ball carrier. But I imagine he was using that movement 7 on a dwarf team, which is unheard of, as a blitzer. Look, he's got strip balls, so he would have been very useful. He's got the Death Roller, his self-named Death Roller, which hasn't got any SPP, so it hasn't caused any injuries yet. And it's 160k of TV, who will get sent off after 1 drive.
Because he doesn't have the free bribes yet.
No. Does he? Ooh.
No, he doesn't. He's built the club for it, but he hasn't built the upgrade.
Okay, so he might be looking to pick that up after the next game.
I think his next game is going to be tough because he's going to have 10 players plus that the loner makes it 11, and then the moment that Death Roller goes off, now he's down. Bless you this time.
Thank you. Yeah, but he has a lot of Mighty Blow. He's got 1 guard stand firm Mighty Blow as well. Nullond, also only 2 SPP away from your next level up. I don't know what you're giving him next. I'm sure you hope he rolls plus strength. it's not a bad low TV dwarf team. So whoever his next boys are, and I know we haven't been doing this, but
Well, we'll roll over next time. I mean, we're going to roll over when we get done, and then we can take a look at that.
Well, he really doesn't care who his next team is because he is going into the bye week.
Oh, nice.
So he has perfectly got it where he's got the opportunity to recover a bit.
If you're going to have a mini implosion in the middle of the season, that's the when to do it, right before the bye week.
Yep, so Borfk will come back with his mighty blow. He's definitely gone the kill route. He's gone very little guard, a hell of a lot of mighty blow. Both of his blitzes rolled doubles for Blodge as well. So this is a dwarf team with free dodge. Very, very nice. Yeah, if I was to step in here and go, do something about your team, Mr. Yossarian, I would say, okay, you might want the free bribe stadium, but your dwarfs are doing so well without it that I might. I don't like the death roller as a big guy. Secret weapon, he's too unreliable. He's got a lot of cool skills. Break, tackle, and juggernaut go beautifully well together. He's got dirty player if towards the end of the drive you want to start fouling with him. Stand firm as well. He's not going anywhere.
I like him, but I like him as icing.
Yeah.
You know, if you get to a point where you've got 11, 12 good dwarves and you're like, I can have more fun. Let's add wheels.
Yeah. A dwarf with wheels. To be fair, I'm going to shut up now. He's got armor 10 and strength 7. Maybe he's not as bad as I keep thinking he is. Have I played this boy yet? I'm pretty scared now.
I think you did. It looks like you got 0-0 with him.
Yeah, so that wouldn't... Oh, would that be... That would have been this season.
Yes, it would.
Wow, okay. So that's my draw. That I pulled off. I'm glad I survived that. What was the result in that? He couldn't play. We both were chatting to each other, and he couldn't play at the start of the season. So I just gave us a 0-0 draw. I felt bad. He was saying that I should take the win, but honestly, I felt bad about that. So 0-0 draw. I am very happy to have dodged that game. Sorry, other Rekef people. But I at least didn't give myself the win off the back of that. Okay. We're now looking at your boys, who are 1-1-2 at the moment. They're not doing too well.
Well, it's typical Greywood Guardians, you know. I have had to replace catchers. Every time I get one, somebody decides to kill the guy.
Yeah, that does happen. What is wrong with your current catcher?
I'm just trying to have 4.
It's sometimes a good idea to get one, blodge him up, get another, blodge him up. Ranger Greenleaf is phenomenal.
I had another catcher who had some blodge, and he got murdered. That's what I'm saying, is I'm losing catchers left and right. Somebody once told me, I think it was a guy named Kejuruze that I played some Blood Bowl with, he's like, yeah, you're high elves, you should have catchers, and I'm trying to get these catchers, and they're money sinks.
They're huge money sinks. It's playing in another league. I know the feeling when your catchers go splat. It's not brilliant.
But the High Lord is still sticking around, so I don't really care.
The High Lord is lush. Your Ranger Greenleaf is pretty awesome. Your lineman with blodge and an armor value down and mighty blow is also very nice.
I use him as a free running blitz piece, so he very rarely does get hit duty. Yeah.
Yeah, your team, is both blodges are blitz, both blodges are blitz, both blitzes are blodge. There you go. There's that tongue twister. You've got Watcher of the Glades needs to do a vanity pass. It's a shame that they're getting so badly beaten up. At least your blodge piece is only missed next game. You've got a dodge minus movement value. That's okay to keep around.
Wait, not only is he okay to keep around, he's one of the original players.
Oh wow! Okay.
From season 1.
Wow.
So
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Sorry, is Ranger Greenleaf from season 1 as
Oh,
well? Or
no,
is
sir. No, sir.
he's a recent addition?
He has 16 matches under his belt, so I probably got him in season 2 or 3.
Okay.
And then I had done the one season where I re-rolled as humans. So I technically have less games played than, let's say, you.
Yeah.
Since you're the only other one. When Strab re-rolled and Thalric took the week or the season off. But my statistics are 8-2-8, which is a long way.
Yes. I mean, your team are getting up there in TV where High Elves start doing quite nicely. You've got some awesome pieces, but yeah, that's quite. And those hard knocks are what you've been taking recently.
Nah, well, I think that personally that this dice hate me, but that's okay because I'm gonna keep throwing them, the dice.
Yeah, no comment on RNG. It's not a thing that. Yeah, the dice can be poor, but it happens, and yeah, sometimes the dice are amazing and insane stuff happens.
Well, I've never beat you, and I don't think with this team I'm ever going to. So.
Well, Thalric has never beaten me either. So.
Yeah, but he held you to a tie once, didn't he?
We always tie. I think maybe I might have beaten him in the first season when we were starting out teams. That involved a lot of Sauruses throwing POWs against War Dancers, which was just silly. And then in our other games, we've always tied. The last one was a little bit stupid because I encouraged him to make a pass in the blizzard. He miscounted his steps, so it was a more difficult pass. Then my skinks retrieved the ball and made a stunty pass to score. So yeah, he wasn't best pleased with that. That was 3-3 in the end. I still wouldn't count you out. I'm not sure what your schedule has been like up to this point, what horrible teams you've had to go through.
Well, I did have to play Motley. I do remember him. I had to play the Boneyard Hillbillies.
Yeah, you've played the Necrons as well.
Yeah.
And Brittle Brutes. So you've had some of the nastier teams.
I still have to play you, and I still have to play Dwarves. But I haven't got my bye week yet either.
I think, well, shall we?
Sure, let's do that.
And just talk about the matchup quickly.
So let's confirm the round. Go ahead, you confirm the round for Keji. Okay,
I shall hit the button now.
And
yes.
I will make it refresh so I can see it on this side. There we are.
And I'm going to go ahead and confirm the Portly Pounders bye week.
Go for it. Where I'm taking a look here, the Boneyard Hillbillies have to go up against the Brittle Brutes. So Undead versus some Norse. I have to go up against Ratatonic. So Skaven, I'm hoping that'll be a fun 3-3 game as well.
Yeah, and he doesn't have his kill piece anymore, and he's missing that sidestep guard piece. So yeah, he's going to get a lot of inducements against you, but if you don't stand your guys in a big fireball cage, you might be all right. Sorry, just with the confirming of the game, it's a concede, isn't it? We give them as much as we can. Final score is 2-0.
Yes.
Rekef bye week concedes. Yes.
And then confirm.
Well, Rekef bye week concedes the match and full stop. The final score gives its opposing team full stop. What the hell? Cyanide, sort out your typos. Done? Oh. Did I do that? Yes. And he got a level up. So Portly Pounders, can I go into this? I need to
validate the match. I just did it. Go ahead.
Awesome, thank you. So yeah, his team is back. His Mighty Blow Longbeard has leveled up. So I imagine that will be more guard, more stand firm, possibly. He seems to be going that route. And his team are back. And I imagine, well, if I'm coaching this dwarf team, I would be replacing that runner because that chops my TV down drastically. And
technically, he's at 1630 once he spends that 10K.
Okay.
So you're saying that this movement bust is a waste of 30 points?
Yeah, maybe it is, but it still is only strip ball, I think. So maybe he'll look at his next week's match.
It's not that it's just strip ball, which is nice. It's strip ball and block and a third skill. So he is level 3. I mean, I agree with you, but I can see the case of keeping it around just a little bit longer.
Yeah, he's against the Undead next week. I'm sure he will see. Yeah, the Undead are against the Brittle Brutes. That could be a very nasty side game with the amount of Mighty Blow and the Brittle Brutes not being out of it either with their Mighty Blow pieces. So he might wait until next week to see what's going on. So yeah, you did a quick rundown, didn't you? Mean Bean, Nurgle against Necro.
Yeah, that was the one I had not got to yet. And with that, will James be able to push around a team that likes to push around people?
Yes, he's got his Mighty Blow Claw, but the Necrons have the all of that regen that can mitigate that slightly.
And their own claw.
His own claw as well, yeah. I'm up against Motley. That is my scariest game for this season.
I think that's going to be a big turning point here in this division.
Yeah, if one of us wrecks the other, it could really hurt the other's chances. If we come out of it drawing, obviously I'm at a slight advantage in that situation. I also then go into the bye week next week, so yeah, we shall see. It means I don't need to worry about too many missed next games because they're not relevant to me. You're up against Rats. What is the TV difference with that?
Well, don't forget, I'm going to be getting, I believe, a loner, so I'm up another 70 points.
Yeah, so he will have 500s.
Yes.
550s worth of inducements against you. That could be pretty painful. That's some bribes, some wizards. You might even get the Rat Ogre loner. So, yeah, good luck in that one. You do outskill him by quite a lot.
Well, actually, this went a lot longer than I thought it was going to, so we need to go ahead and kick over so I can get on to work this morning.
Ooh, okay. Do I need to hop over to the Oakenbough?
Yeah, let's do that real fast and update them. While you're doing that, I'll be right back.
Okay. So, yep. Confirm the round. Whilst Ledeas is away on the phone, I'll just run through the matchups. So you've got the Brodents United against the Cult of Bash. Is that the Rats that are high up there? And
let's take a look here.
Yeah, so I was just saying you've got the Brodents United against the Cult of Bash. The high up Rats against the Chaos.
Yep.
So
the Brodents are doing much better than the others.
Yeah, but the Cult of Bash is still in the middle of the field, so I don't think that will be an easy match for either of them. I wouldn't. Atomic Caleb is obviously doing amazing things, but he's about to come up against dwarfs, and dwarfs can hard cancel Rats sometimes.
Star Blight has to go up against Komori.
Yeah, against the Khemri, and that is so Star Blight, and that's second versus third place, so that could be a pretty damn big game. You then have Gutter Troubles against Boulder Fist Amiibos.
I'm glad they're facing off each other. It's two teams who've taken some beatings through the seasons here. So
yeah, so we'll see what happens with them. It's sort of a bottom of the table sort of punch out.
Yeah, but neither's going to over-induce the other, so I think it's a place where they can get some development. Yeah,
a bit more of a fairer game. Cassick Aged against the
East End Smashers.
Again, that's low Khemri versus low Orcs. I would like to see the Orcs come out on that, but Sace or Souse, however I'm mispronouncing your name, is also a very good coach, so I would not count him out. That I imagine that will go to a draw, or that will go. One of the guys will obviously come out and win that. But
those are our options there, aren't they?
Good statistics. Yeah.
Well, the Necro going up against Dark Elves. That ought to be fun. And Superman Necro, yes, that's
Yeah.
gonna be a fun game.
See, we've got a lot of like middle of the table games, bottom of the table games, and top of the table games. There's no, well, I suppose those are the Darkies and the Necro. Are for some
Well-
more of a top end middle table, but could be. That is a lot of good games that are coming up there, much
And the-
more evenly balanced across the board.
Oakenbough branch has been playing their games like they're going out of style,
Yeah.
getting them done in less than a week when we have 2-week rollovers.
Yeah, the Kejuruze Invitational taking a bit more time about it, but really, this is certainly for myself. I'm hoping the lower down teams are still enjoying it and want to stick it out. Shall we wrap it up then, Luke?
Yes, sir. Well, to the teams, if you're following along, invite your friends over. Get a bigger season next year, and then you don't have to face these weird TV imbalances. And if you just happen to randomly find the video, hit us up on Reddit. Join us.
Yeah, so we're the Rekef League on Reddit. I'm sure you'll put a link in the video. Guys, if you want, if you have any questions for us, get in touch. We're on the Discord. I've put a link on the Reddit. I'm sure I have. So jump on to our Discord, have a chat. We'll answer any questions. Hopefully you're still enjoying it, and good luck in the latter half of the season.
We'll see you on the pitch.